What does the ring fencing of the church, the Jews in Israel, and Africa mean? Because all are so key to the purposes of God, those three areas are double or triple ring fence with barbed wire. You're not meant to mention either Israel or Palestine or help out in any way. One mild example where BBC weren't actually working direct for Satan, as is more often the case, is when their fledgling on-the-ground reporters naively send back reports which give glimpses of the twitching Wizard of Oz curtains, which mostly the BBC are trying to hide. One was about how a Jewish business were running surfing lessons for both Jews and Arabs on Israel's seafront. They came under huge pressure to close down as they were encouraging the free intermingling of both races. Every white who tries to help the African situation raise their game in any way hits the same spiritual ring fencing. And don't get me started on the church, because the new and living way is our only salvation. And Jesus warned us what it would be like in his parable of the farmer and the enemy that came at night with bad seed. Why Africa, though? Well, firstly, God is blessing and will mightily bless Africa, as we've already seen with black Afro-Americans. Secondly, because if you imagine the Devil's World Pyramid looking something like the Eiffel Tower, then one leg is being powered by keeping Africa divided, poor, dependent, and ever a cheap source of food and goods, and creaming off money from Africa's own resources. America and British three-letter agencies, plus NGOs, which Elaine Glover had every reason to question when they were swanning around on 25,000 salaries, so when she was in Suna, actively work to destabilise any country not submitting to USA or UK agendas. Charismatics are naive, reducing everything to spiritual activity. It is spiritual activity, but the occult pyramid that includes brands that we all know are not quite as airy-fairy as charismatics think. Think of God's tabernacle. Charismatics operate either the candlestick end of things, this is in the holy place, and the evangelicals operate the table of showbread type of things. That's also in the holy place. So the one addresses evil fuzzily, while the other has a lot of head knowledge, but not the spiritual empowering to get far. The idea of 33rd degree Freemasonry is a devilish version of third level mature Christianity. And actually, it goes up many more degrees than that. And Bill Schnoebelin will tell you that. But the idea of these things, whether in the occult or the Christian true version, they are very grounded and very spiritual. Jesus said when he gave a remark about Nathanael, who he didn't know, well, if you think that's something, what if I tell you about the Son of Man with angels ascending and descending upon him? Kind of what Jacob dreamed. Yes, that can be the fact that the man Jesus is now glorified with angels all around him, but surely it means the type of body we are growing into, which is extremely grounded, like Jacob, but extremely spiritually engaged. We know about principalities and powers, but because the earth is given to men to exercise power, they have to have some very locatable people. Occult means occult. They are two-timing. They look as nice as pie. Angels of light. If the devil can copy Christ and cobble up a 33-stage initiation process, which, like everything the devil does, is a bit paint by numbers, you should know that there is a far less clunky reality divided up in 1 John 2 to 3 stages of relationship. We have to know him. We leave the devil to do paint by numbers. We have joined a new and living way. We learn as we walk, which is good enough for toddlers, so it's good enough for us in the spirit.